You're listening to Jim and James Chew the Cud.
When was the last time you saw a Chevrolet in Tokyo?
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Robbing biological urges.
You're crazy, son. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
You're listening to Jim and James Chew the Cud.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Nancy.
Nancy, that's my mom's name.
My dad named me after my great aunt who was a slave.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Welcome to episode
124.
It's 124. There's a bit of confusion with that because 122 disappeared. We thought 123 was 124 and 122 at the same time. So this last week.
We could say it's 123. We could say, but that's gone up as 124. So we could say it's
no. Has it gone up? It's gone up.
Yeah.
Has it? Okay, so this is 123 then.
Yeah.
Episode 123.
It says episode 124, but then when you're into it, it says 123.
Oh, okay. Confusing. Oh, so apologies for that. This is a podcast really just about how to save money as a jazz guitarist, obviously. I'm Jim. With me, a man who likes to enjoy the simple things in life. The normal ones tell their parents. James Kerr, how
Here we go
are you?
again. None of that's true. And why do you keep doing this?
If you disagree with that statement, do get in touch. You can email us at jnjchewthecud, all one word, at outlook.com or on Twitter. Check the link in the description. How you doing?
Not too bad. Not bad at all. How are you doing?
Good. Black Lives Matter. Not according to cancer. Although that means a rest in power actor who played Black Panther. Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Have you seen J.K. Rowling has returned her Robert Kennedy Award for her efforts in boosting inclusivity?
I have.
Because it no longer aligns with her views on trans women. Don't really want to get into those. They are abhorrent. Her views. Following her lead, Captain Tom has kept his knighthood but returned his Women's Refuge Patron of the Year award, and Cliff Richard has returned his woggle. Actually, speaking of Sir Cliff,
I used to have when I was a cub, I went to Australia and did a months of cubbing there, and over there their woggles are far better. And ones over here is a bit of plastic.
For those who don't know what cubs are,
or a woggle,
cubs.
It's like it's like a younger Boy Scout.
Yeah.
So you go to a church hall in a pair of short grey shorts.
I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before, and it would literally be interest to maybe one person. But two of my friends went to the same Cub Scout group, but they are my friends separately. And they were telling me that they used to have to wear special shorts in the shower, and the scout leader would take them home and clean them. But he would also draw on their backs in soap in the showers and rub it in.
Oh, right.
And so my friend, I don't want to reveal who he is, so I'll just use surnames. Trevelyan told me that this story, and I was like, oh my god, that can't be true. You know that's nonsense. About a year later, I was talking to my mate Tom, and he was telling me that he was in Scouts with Trevelyan. I was like, oh really? Can I ask you something? And he went, is it about the special pants? I was like, yeah. Do you know, speaking of...
No, but I need to finish up.
Sorry,
yeah. So in the UK, our woggle's made of plastic. Woggle's a little plastic tube thing which holds your kind of neck scarf in place. But
what other types of scarf? But
in Australia, the toggles were made out of wood.
Wood? So they gave you wood at this youth club?
I got given wood, and I had like a wooden toggle.
Oh, nice one. Yeah. Speaking of Sir Cliff...
As you were about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. He's explained to ITV's Good Morning Britain that he recently lost his sex drive. If anyone finds it, do not look at the images and just hand it in to the police.
They should do. They should have like a hard drive bit sectioned off, and it's called the sex drive.
Yeah.
Because it'd be funny.
As you saw on Twitter, but there was a video shared by Britain First, a right-wing... Nazi group, really.
Yeah.
Showing illegal immigrants in a 4-star hotel. Twitter users are saying that their sharing of this is like the Nazis hunting down the Jews, which is rubbish, isn't it? Because the Jews only had 1 star. Headline: Backlog of cancer patients awaiting treatment should clear within months. It's Matt Hancock.
He's this man, like, even looking at him, he looks like he is struggling.
Yeah.
And have you seen a video of him back in the day, and some woman's interviewing him, and he's standing next to her doing some sort of power stance.
Yeah.
With an obvious erection.
Yeah, I've seen that one. He also said that...
If you haven't seen it, just search Hancock erection and you'll find it.
He also said that no healthy child has ever died from the coronavirus in the UK.
That's reassuring.
But no healthy child has ever died from any disease, have they?
We could just do a top 5 of his kind of mistakes or kind of quotes, but we better not.
In the space of a week, 2 single mothers have been found dead in flats in central London. Now this begs the question, with the Conservatives' austerity policies, how do single parents afford to live in central London?
Very true.
On that, I did want to... someone wrote in to ask... Obviously, we saw the tragic story of the woman who was found in extreme poverty next to her crying child.
Oh, in Glasgow, yeah.
Yeah, the one that had... was it in Glasgow, was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just do it.
Can I cut that? Cutting that. We obviously saw the story of the woman who was found dead of starvation.
Glasgow.
Dead of starvation next to her child. There are sort of 2 angles I want to go on that. One is semi-serious, one isn't. Yay. One is that all these tributes to her from all of her friends and stuff. Where were they, genuinely?
Yeah.
And also, at what point would you start to look at the child and think, could eat that? You know, in a cartoon where someone turns into like a talking burger.
Yeah.
That
it must happen.
Mummy, why are you so sleepy, Mummy?
She
looks up and she just sees like a Big Mac.
Cut a cartoon Big Mac. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Do you know what? I'm just going to use all the jokes I've got.
Fuck.
Girls Aloud self-styled party animal Sarah Harding has been diagnosed with breast cancer after years of being off her tits.
Can't do that. No. That's... no.
The Catholic sex scandal breaking in Scotland has seen accusations of blame aimed at the parents, who reportedly encouraged their children to give heed to the priests.
Yeah, that's fine.
I read that when he was young, David Bowie was punched in the face and the force of the blow caused his eyes to be 2 different colours. Going by that analogy, Philip Schofield's ring piece must look like a kaleidoscope. Going after all the classics today.
At what point was it you thought, kind of, done these jokes? They've landed. Let's do these ones now.
Gareth Malone has made a new single in honour of Captain Tom. Although Captain Tom is not on it and is doing his own thing, Malone's song can be found on iTunes from this Friday, while Captain Tom's latest hit can be found telling her friends that they don't know what he's like in private, she can change him, and he does love her in his own way. Okay, so we're back. Do you want to spin the wheel?
Yeah.
How far away is it this time?
Really close.
Is it?
Done it.
Oh wow, what's it stopped on?
Room... No, it could be ours.
Top 5 things that we would get rid of.
Oh, yes.
I think we would get sued if we do.
Yeah, it's just... Oh, I'm Paul Merton.
I'll be Paul Merson. That'll be an interesting change-up. Merton on the Sky Sports News talking about
I'm surprised.
silent comedy.
I'm surprised Merson kept his job.
Well, he fronts all their betting stuff, doesn't he?
But
he's a drunk.
He's also terrible at his job.
Yeah, but he's a drunk, isn't he? And they're pretty quite angry.
Yeah.
You don't want to get on the wrong side of Paul Merson.
Probably has been sacked and he's
yeah. They're going to have at least
great
one.
footballer, though.
Top 5 things we'd get rid of. Do you want to take first swing at that?
Yeah, I've got. You do know my views on ITV, don't you?
It's a shit thing.
It's shitter than a shit.
It's
thing.
shitter than a shit thing. Yeah. So,
it's just. It serves no purpose.
Every time you start drinking,
serves no
I
purpose.
told you about ITV.
I mean, it's things which we should be putting fires. It's never see them again. War, genocide, famine, and I put ITV up there.
Yeah,
with those.
I'm not going to waste my. But that's the thing, though, is that war, famine, etc. Someone else will do that. It's like wishing for world peace.
Yeah, exactly.
If everyone gets that wish, you've wasted yours. Get a nice car or something.
Which is why I'm not doing the Holocaust.
There's no. Also,
someone else can do that.
Getting rid of war and all those things, but economy. How we sell a lot of weapons.
Yeah.
If you get rid of ITV, some people lose their jobs. Bad people lose their jobs. If we keep war, you have nurses, bullet makers,
Yeah. Carpenters,
prosthetic
engineers,
makers,
egg boilers,
egg boilers. Yeah.
all those people.
If you keep poverty, keeps Lenny Henry in work.
Keep banks,
Yeah. So
cash converters.
I'm already sold on that. So
Yeah.
ITV.
It's just it's for morons.
Yeah.
What's even lower than that? It's it's
Well, is it ITV as a whole?
in
or like
general.
two?
ITV 1, 2. I think it's
ITVB.
It's 3 to 4, and any kind of other word ones, and also ITV Hub.
But then
ITV Hub is fucking terrible.
what's ITV Hub?
It's their online streaming thing, so to catch up.
How do you
But
how do you know it's terrible?
Because I wanted to watch football on it a couple of times.
Okay.
Because I do refuse to watch it in general. And I was thinking, this game starts at 8 o'clock, log in at 8 as you do, and then you have to sign in, watch 5 minutes of adverts, then get to what you want to watch, and it just starts buffering. I've got fast internet. I don't need no buffering. And it just buffers and buffers, so you just start again. So you then watch the adverts again.
So what
So it's like, fuck this, I just watch a radio,
what caused your initial
instead.
What caused your initial rift with ITV?
Loose women.
Loose Women.
It's misleading. As a teenage boy, it was on the air at lunchtime, and I thought
You thought ITV2
Yes.
was showing porn between
basically it's
12
called
and 1.
Loose Women. You just imagine it's going to be some sluts.
On
about
ITV at midday.
Well, that time you had like
See the doctors on BBC
no, but that
One.
time you had like Babe Station and that.
Yeah, 11.
There was like a similar channel which was shown through
Yeah,
the
but
day.
you're not on ITV
And
though.
no, but there was like the free to view channels, which just sort of phone-in ones with women shaking their fingers at you.
So how old were you? Again, drink.
15.
15.
Yeah,
15. You're at home.
maybe able to.
You look in the newspaper because it'd be the newspaper then.
Yeah,
Right. Okay. If it was older than 15, you're an idiot. If you thought ITV was showing porn, I'm going to benefit the doubt. I'm going to say 13, 12, 13. You probably were. You see in the paper midday.
Loose Women.
Loose Women. So it gets to
Chat show with
gets to
4
quarter
women.
two. Quarter two. You got your drink ready. You're settling down. You got the lube,
Yeah.
tissues.
I would
You
issue
start.
spit.
You start pre. Okay, fantastic. You start pre warming it up, getting the engine running.
Yeah.
You sort of measure, and then Colleen Nolan, or whichever one doesn't have cancer, is on the screen, and you start. Do you stop?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You just.
I mean,
Your mum sat there, you get awkward.
alarm bells were ringing when
liked
it
her
came
from
on.
Coronation Street.
There was Janet Street Reporter, and it's like, this is going to be a tough one.
No one
straight
can
away.
wank to that.
No.
Um,
So,
She looks like the sort of person though that their dad.
pretty have a lot of fun with.
Yeah,
Pretty who knows. She knows stuff.
yeah, she's seen
She's
things.
seen things.
So you immediately,
So that's where my riff started.
yeah.
And then it just progressed. They stopped showing the bill.
Dear programmer
Bill
of
was a
ITV,
great program.
you all gash in the attic
Yeah, that's also their kind of
and Frank.
their early morning shows, which were just auction shows and auction shows. And then, but they have the experts on. It's we bought this stainless steel footstool thing.
Yeah,
We paid £10 for it. And that's a really good buy. You're gonna make £12 at an auction.
yeah.
And then
Is that profit or
no,
net?
that's gonna sell it for £12.
Okay, so £2 profit.
But then it's your auction fees.
Sometimes that's enough.
Probably, but you probably get nothing. And people could think, that's going to do a career out of
I
this.
think they waive the auction fees, don't
I'm
they?
doing that, but then you might think, that looks really good.
Yeah.
Let's go to our car boot sale. Oh, now I've got auction fees. I don't know how much they are, but probably more than that's worth.
I would say I don't know what the auction fees would be on a £12 stool.
Well, but then there's also the when they also guess these huge ranges. So I'll go that store will be between £12
Oh, that's giant
and
ovens.
£400. And when it goes for £300, they're like, yes, I was spot on. It's like, no, you've got a huge fucking range. Yeah,
You
so it's
keep
that.
going back to ITV though, clearly.
No, I mean, no.
You're like a little,
I don't. I've not watched it
apart from the football.
in years. I tried, and
Yeah, but you went back. You tried to make it work with ITV. I'll agree. I think that's a fair one. I'd like to get rid of David Attenborough because
National Sweetheart, David Attenborough.
National Sweetheart, National Treasure,
National Treasure, Sweetheart.
National
Everything.
Sweetheart. showing a bit of heel.
This is gonna
Yeah,
be-
I think it's weird.
It's going to be a tough one for you, I think.
No, I'll tell you for why.
Please do.
Why do you love him?
He's shown me things. He's shown me
He's
fish.
just a TV presenter.
But he makes you want to watch those programmes.
No, he's just a TV
That and just
presenter.
showing off my 4K TV.
Michaela Strachan is far better.
Ooh.
You ever tried to
And
wank to
Packham
David
as well.
Attenborough?
No, but when my dad has wanked to, what's her name?
Michaela Strachan. Yeah.
She used to be on a TV show called Hitman and Her,
Yeah.
which was...
Who did she play?
No, she played herself. We went to nightclubs.
Right.
Just film people
Is she the
dancing.
her or Hitman?
I assume she was a her.
Right, that's assuming.
Well, it was, you know. But yeah, my dad would record it. So
Yeah.
he was either a massive fan of rave music,
Yeah.
which I don't think he was, or
Michaela Strachan.
or girls clubbing.
But with
Sorry, Dad.
with Attenborough, I don't like dislike. I just think it'd be good if he just moved along, because all he does is he doesn't even go out there now. And anyway, anyone that spends that much time with animals is a bit weird.
But does he? Because you were saying, isn't
No,
that?
not now. But he spent his whole life watching animals fuck.
You've
If you just
got
had
pets.
a mate that was like, "What do you watch your job?" I film animals doing it. You go, that's a bit weird because he's an old man.
But
Somehow we're
that's
sort
not
of
all he does. Like, it's just like, I mean, say if you were somewhere, maybe a shop which sold sex toys, and you
Yeah.
sold sex toys, but occasionally you'd
Darren's dazzling
you'd
dildos.
have a threesome in the changing rooms.
right.
Would you just say, "Oh yeah, I'll just fuck all day," or would you say, "Well,
No.
what my job
But again,
is?"
if he'd only made one documentary, that would be the case. But he has, in your analogy, every day he is fucking at work.
But I don't, he's not there filming it.
He is filming it.
He's in a shed.
We have
somewhere.
evidence because he filmed. He's not in a shed. Yeah, no. Now he's in a shed watching animals fuck. Before he was there watching them in person. I don't necessarily think one is better than the other.
But he does other stuff as well. It's not.
Yeah, he does charity stuff.
He also
So does Savile.
he also watches them give birth. He watches them kill each
I'm
other.
not. Yeah, I'm not
He
king
watches them
shaming.
eat.
All of those things can be sexual. They can.
Well, I mean, things can be sexual, but just because they could be doesn't mean they are.
No, but you can't say that he's not. And if I
If
say
your,
to you,
if your mum gets out a can of whipped cream and starts spraying all over her face, would you get an erection?
no,
But if
No, what I'm
if
saying is,
if
like-
it was Selma Hayek, she did all
yeah,
that, yeah, so you would.
yeah. So it's different for different people. I'm saying if I said to you that man watches animals fuck all day,
but doesn't
can
he-
he look after your kid?
I'd say yes.
Of course you would, because you're a negligent parent.
He's David Attenborough.
What? Because he's known.
Yeah.
But that's been. How many times do I have to warn the world? Jimmy Savile was known. Cliff Richard was known. Captain Tom was known. Philip Schofield was known. And they're all deviants in different ways.
You're turning into like
I'm
a
ju- I-
far right Alan Partridge.
I just think, though, that, you know, there's some. He's, what, 92?
No, he's on his last legs.
Yeah.
It's-
And it's weird he's got that many legs. I think he's been fucking a caterpillar.
We need to do a like a death pool, and yes,
Oh, great.
name people who are going to die.
Wait a minute.
Maybe start of every year we'll do that.
Yeah. Prince Philip and Prince Andrew.
No, I think
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Mm.
Oh, you don't let me put David Attenborough in 101.
No,
Fine.
no.
I disagree, but he's just, yeah, okay. Can I have a second, maybe less controversial one then?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
I think we should ban or get rid of the idea of adding meaning to things after the fact. For example, trans allegories. You see recently that the Matrix, they come out and said that the Matrix is
Oh, you see what you mean? Yeah,
is a
Especially
trans film.
because the producers are now
Yeah.
both swapped.
Like how Dumbledore was
they
gay.
were the brothers and now the sisters.
Yeah.
What's it, Wachowski?
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
They were the Wachowski brothers.
Yeah.
Then they realised that they were gender fluid, and then they realised that they were women. So,
So they made the Matrix 15 years before.
yes, yeah, and but it's one of those. They say it's very subtle to the point that you can't see it. Now, I was told by someone that this was kind of bigoted.
But it's not even things like that. It's
But
also,
but every story pretty much has a change in it. And they're arguing that the Matrix, the change that Neo undergoes, is him realising that he is something else and so on. But I have a degree in literature, so I'd like to direct you to, in narratology and comparative mythology, the idea of the hero's journey, in which someone of a certain status undergoes a series of events, changing their status and therefore their life around them. So they become victorious in a decisive crisis and come home changed or transformed from the person at the start. That is every film. Now, is every film a trans allegory then? Jaws is a trans allegory because that guy comes back with a leg missing. But any film can be
anything we want it to be, really.
No, it can't.
But no, it can be. But
no, it can't.
It'll be wrong. But in your head, you can make any film give you any sort of memory.
But I was thinking about it. Lord of the Rings, Samwise Gamgee comes back changed. Bored of the Rings.
Am I right?
You're not wrong. Samwise Gamgee comes back changed from who he was. That's a trans film. True Lies. Arnold Schwarzenegger comes back a better person.
Yeah.
Is that a trans film?
Wow, potentially.
That one with Eddie Redmayne, the Danish girl. Tell me that's a trans film?
If you want it to be, it can be.
I'm not having it. Can we put trans allegories in room 101?
Yeah.
Your turn.
Fairground. Well, it's the fairground prize of a goldfish.
Specifically, what, in a bag?
Yeah. It's.
Have you ever won that?
Yeah, I've won that. Okay. I won them. We bring them home on like a Friday night.
What do we do with them?
Fuck knows. We then have to buy like a fish bowl. And we'll put it home on the night.
Have to.
So the next day we get a little bowl, put of water, throw in the 2 goldfish.
Throw them in.
And they die within a few days.
You got to feed them.
And we fed them, looked after them. And
yeah, but they're fairground ones. They only live off candy floss.
But it's the fact that you've got them for you put in so much care for such a short time, and then they die. And
so much care.
They teach you a little lesson.
All you said was you put them in a bowl of water and they died.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's hardly Florence Nightingale levels of devotion.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So basically, for a lot of children, the first lesson of death they'll get is from a fairground goldfish.
Yeah.
And in the end, the lesson's quite a small lesson because they weren't there for that long. Goldfish aren't known for affection.
No.
But cats are. So I put it to you that goldfish I chucked out, it just drowned.
You're going to drown a goldfish?
Yeah. And then the cats come in. You then win a cat.
You know, for days.
At the fairground.
Yeah. Fairground,
very good.
Thank you.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
And then, because cats are loving, goldfish aren't. You can't cuddle a goldfish.
No.
We tried.
Try cuddling the cat.
But generally, some cats will let you come to you to cuddle. No goldfish will swim out to you, jump out of the tank, and just give you a cuddle.
No, because it would die.
Exactly. But a cat can. And so a child and a cat can get a bond.
Yeah.
And then
the cat
has cancer. Looking straight away, was some scientist flicks a switch, cat dies. It can take days, months, years, or minutes. You don't know, but it's a much bigger lesson for the kids. So then kids learn about death not from a family member, but from a cat.
I don't know what the correlation is really between number of goldfish owned and number of goldfish won at a fairground. A cat is impractical, and you can't hang them from little hooks.
You take.
But that's not the only problem I have with that. Really, your long-term plan is to teach children that things they love die.
Yeah.
Over the course of a cat can live 16 years.
Exactly. These cats, they all do. A lot of them have cancer.
Adamant these cats have cancer.
Well, that's fine. That's the lesson.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's how the lesson is taught.
So, are you breeding cats that are susceptible to weak?
We're getting cats, and then we're also smoking.
The smoking,
and we're blowing smoke into their faces at the fairgrounds.
The cats are smoking.
Well, I'm not. But the people,
you're not. You don't.
The people at the fairgrounds,
right,
are smoking.
They're not allowed to smoke at fairgrounds.
That's what they want.
Okay,
the fairground people.
Yeah. But can I just say
But you
how
can't call them
how
fairies, I don't like that.
how old are these children ideally? Say it's me. At what age would you want me to get that cat to teach me about death?
I said like 6.
6. What? 3 of my grandparents had died.
That's because you killed them. So you're always saying is earlier. 2? So if I say you're age 2...
Okay, fine, 2.
And you look after his cat somehow.
Yeah.
Like you're feeding it.
Yeah, so
letting
say
it
I just don't
outside.
treat it badly.
Yeah.
It gets to the age of, 7, 8 before
Yeah.
getting cancer. Still, by that point, 3 of my grandparents have died. I don't know if you want... So, say... you originally said 5, 6. Say 6, which is a good age to learn about death. That cat... and we can we can somehow guarantee that is exclusively the only way they find out about death. If those cats live to the average at like about 14, that child will be 20 by the time it learns what death is. Now, I would argue
The cats won't live
I would argue that finding out about death at the age of 20
If a cat
is
does-
far more traumatic than finding out at the age of 6.
If a cat does have health preventative issue,
If
death
you haven't given
preventive
it
issues,
AIDS,
yeah, we do have a team of drivers
right?
who do drive-bys and will shoot the cat in the head
Okay,
in front of the child.
but if it's reaching too long before they
Yeah.
find out about death.
Yeah. Or
What age did
or
you
if
find
there's-
out about
If
death?
there's a death which is up and coming.
What age did you find out about death?
Well, probably with a goldfish.
And how old are you?
3 months.
You were 3 months old.
Yeah, won it at the fairground.
How did you win it? What game? Was it like World's Cutest Baby or something
No,
like
it was
that?
Hoopla.
Hoopla, the age
Yeah.
of 3 months
I was
old.
quite strong.
And so 2 days... Hang on. At 3 months old, you doted on some goldfish, the highest level of care, for like 2 days.
No, that was about 4 days.
4 days. As a 3-month-old, you spent 4 days caring for goldfish. One, where are your parents? Because there's something not quite right with that.
Let's not think so much.
Learning about death at the age of 3 months and 4 days is not learning about death at all, is it?
No, I think I understood. I was
Understood
having visions.
the great complexities of the world at the age of 3
Well,
months.
that's what enabled me to become a writer for Elton John.
3
At
months,
such
though.
a young age, I was so
is.
empathetic. Had it all. I use had in the past tense as well.
Can you remember anything else from being 3 months old? Is it just you staring at these goldfish in the toilet as they swim around?
No, there was another time where
And remember, listeners, the abilities that a 3-month-old has. He is nothing special.
I'd learnt some magic.
Right, there we go. Hey, we're back. I think you on. We've done 2 each.
Yes.
Do you want to go next, or
Yeah, might as well.
go on?
Something else is very close to my heart.
Yeah, your lungs.
Jigsaws.
Jigsaws. I nearly had this on mine.
Good. So I'll stop there then. No, it's they never. They're pointless. So they are just a complete waste of time. There's nothing.
Actually, that would be quite a good one. Would be pointless achievements.
Yeah, I mean, you could go in either show. If next week's show.
If next week's show is
pointless achievements.
Yeah.
Which there's a chance it could be.
Yeah, probably
10% chance.
Charge.
It's never like the picture's amazing and you want to keep it. People make the jigsaw.
Some people do frame them.
Very few people. But it's like if at the end of it you've got if a jigsaw was a proper first edition Michelangelo painting, and that would be amazing.
First edition Michelangelo.
An original.
The original.
An original. They cut it up. You then rebuild it, and it's like you've done something. It's an achievement. Got a bit of fine art.
It's not that fine,
and
it
is.
It's been cut up.
It's been cut up, but it's you still own.
Instead,
you get things like a 1960s shopping basket.
Some people like those.
Tins of spam and stuff.
Isn't it not the challenge though? Oh, and the act of patience and mental acuity.
But you're better off having something which at the end
I don't think
you
you
want
would-
to keep. So maybe if you have like a sticky board.
No, I think...
And you get one chance to place each piece.
You've misunderstood the premise.
Put the piece down, and it sticks in.
Right.
And when you put the next piece in, it sort of melds together, so it looks like it's
Right.
all proper.
Why don't you just get at the picture?
Exactly.
Just
go on Google.
The reason
just Google
you're absolutely-
1967
this
basket.
is mental because the for example the
I know
the one that
the,
you're looking at.
I know the boss, the CEO of Kerson Industries is a Jigsaw fan.
She is, but I would argue that it's not necessarily about the picture. That's just the bit that makes it the challenge different to the ones before.
So as long as she's busy, you're happy.
No, I'm just saying that if you have
some downtime,
for example, the Secret Garden one over there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's a way of doing the image is
like
just a
tits on
pleasant part because you're looking at these parts for so long, and it's an achievement seeing the picture build up.
And then you do it and you throw it back in the box.
Yeah.
So it's just.
I mean, you might as well throw Lego in.
Jigsaw's even
throw Lego in then.
But you
get rid of Lego. I'll let you know.
Those.
I'll let you don't.
Jigsaws.
Most people don't. Most kids don't. Nerds and virgins don't break up their Lego models. I say you can have jigsaws in Room 101 if you put Lego in.
They're not the same thing.
They are exactly the same thing.
They're not.
Okay, so one of them is building a predefined image out of parts. Which one is that? Lego or Jigsaw?
You can play with a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, you race it around.
So
or...
I assume you have built Lego at home.
Yeah,
do you play with that?
Fairly recently, I had a Spider-Man set, and it was Spider-Man at the Daily Bugle.
Yeah,
it was a little building and Spider-Man, and there was like a bad guy in his car, and often I'd just lay in bed and just have him like on my chest, Spider-Man battling whoever it was.
Okay, I suggest putting that whole story into Room 101 because it's just sad.
You can do that in a Jigsaw.
I stand by it. It's not going in unless you put Lego in as well.
That's entirely unreasonable.
I don't think it is.
That is
Duplo
disgusting.
then. Or Meccano.
No,
because
Duplo still serves a purpose.
What about Meccano?
No, Meccano's for basically kids who are
trying to impress their dad.
Yeah,
it is.
They're proper overstretching their
their brains.
They're just obviously twats. They're trying too hard.
Trying to like Airfix models.
Yeah,
the only kids that make Airfix models are
kids who grow up to be pretty paedophiles.
Or trying to have a better relationship with their father. I think.
But also the same people. If there's like a Venn diagram of Airfix modelers
and drug addicts,
murderers.
Yeah,
there's probably quite a big circle.
But I would imagine that is after the fact because in prison all you can do is make Airfix models.
I reckon that is kids.
I would say serial murderers. When you say murderers, you mean like serial killers?
Yeah.
Then I would argue it's stuffed animals.
I mean, I am using
small rodents. At my uncle's, at my great uncle's house, he had a dead fox that was stuffed, wearing a huntsman's jacket.
I mean,
which seemed in poor taste.
I had a friend at school. He didn't have a TV until much later in my life, and we had lots and lots of Airfix models. And they had an overly interesting in World War I and II, and it was quite concerning. We had knives, 10 guns, Nazi uniforms, as you do, and then he started doing all his Airfix stuff. There were 3 brothers of varying ages, and it ranged.
And they all had Nazi uniforms.
Oh no! Just what Dad did.
The dad had a Nazi uniform.
It was like for reasons. But it turned out he had Airfix models, lots and lots of them, and then he turned out to be a paedophile. So there's evidence there.
Is the Nazi uniform thing real?
No. Well, it might have been. I don't know. I never went through his cupboards too much. There's no reason to, but I suspect there's pretty Nazi uniforms, but for play reasons.
For play reasons.
Yeah.
When you say a play, do you mean like tomfoolery or like?
No, I mean playing
a Diary of Anne Frank adaptation.
Kind of
we need someone to.
We haven't got a TV, so I need to get there.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Do you remember back in the day you used to have to play outside and play
Can't do
Nazis?
Yeah. No,
I do remember one time my
We played war.
dad made, because my dad is a medieval sort of nut.
how old is he?
I don't know.
I don't know if he's.
There's records of him
So
dating back
is he
to
a
the dawn
nut
of
from the
time.
medieval times, or is he a nut on medievalness?
In no, I mean like
He
he made us.
Be a
He
list
made
we could
us
do. Things we would nut on.
It's a long
be a
list for
nut on.
you. He
Things I have no.
he made us these shields, me and my sister, with they were sort of Norman shields, but he put a cross on the front of them and they had our initials on it.
Nice.
And I think I must have just seen an image somewhere and thought, that's fine. So I went and got some more tape and added 4 more lines to it. And this is genuinely true. I was about 6. Right? And I remember standing at the front there with this shield, right, walking out like this. My dad's on the computer and he just sort of turns around and looks, and then I'm like showing him the shield. And obviously it's got a swastika on the front of it now. And he just loses his shit.
Better.
He just runs out, like grabs it, starts tearing it up, and so
But the thing is, when I was a child, it was acceptable to draw swastikas on things.
No, it wasn't.
It really was.
It wasn't.
On my school books, you'd have like
you were drawing
Oh, no,
swastika.
yeah.
But is it not just that thing of, as a kid, it's just an image?
Yeah, no,
like the
so-
Infinity S thing that everyone.
It just
that
means
has to
it was
draw.
just like that's for bad guys.
Yeah.
And then we had to like write stories, and in the stories I was just to like take up pages.
Yeah.
I would just draw big pictures of men fighting, and it would always be like a Nazi kind of swastika or swastika on one of her arms. And
But I don't think it has been, because if you look at video games like Battlefield 5, for example, and Call of Duty games, they never have the swastikas in them. It's always an iron cross.
yeah,
I'm going to say that
they had them. I think
if I was in a class,
Wolfenstein.
if I was in a class of someone who was drawing swastikas on their book, I wouldn't be raising it, but I would still think it was unacceptable.
I mean, no, this was
Because you were a skinhead as well.
This was 15 years before you were born, so I mean, it was a different time.
What was that putting in there?
That was jigsaws.
Jigsaws. Yeah, fine, jigsaws.
So it's going in. Thank you.
Yeah, fine, jigsaws can go in. Only because I don't think
You
you're
tell
gonna,
that to your mum.
although I'm gonna.
I can't have fun anymore.
It's only because I think we're gonna have 5, and I don't think you're gonna let any of mine in. I'd like to get rid of democracy.
Yeah, and I think it's probably.
No, I'll argue for this. I'll argue for why.
No, fair enough.
I mean democracy in terms of
Like you said,
everyone being equal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's just get rid of that concept. I think I'm not saying like a totalitarian. But in ancient Greece, they would elect members every year to serve for free, as an honour to do it. They were the ones that mattered. My vote matters. I think it should matter more than some yokel bumpkin with a brain injury.
Right. Yeah.
Do you not?
I kind of agree, but at the same time, morally, I can't agree.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm particularly overtly au fait with the intricacies of Brexit, but I don't think I was. I think I had more of an understanding of what it was about than say
Straight bananas.
52% of the population. But then a lot of people, the people that get annoyed at those things shouldn't have the right to vote. I think you should have to pass an IQ test to be able to vote, or at least a mental competency test. If you can answer these this questionnaire and score a certain amount, you're allowed to vote. If not, you're just sent on your way. You live your little life.
I'll let it go in under one condition.
Go on.
Universities thrown in as well, because again, or not university as a rule, but university for everyone, because it should be elitist. You should have the best of the best learning about kind of architecture and Greek
If
times.
I can put a clause on that, that when you say elitist, I believe it should be free, but you do have to pass. A test to get in.
People who deserve to get there go there, but it's not a thing where you're expected to go there, so you just go there. So I'll do that.
But I also would want to include not when I say you have to pass testing, I don't mean an intelligence test, because you have to do that anyway by getting certain results. But that are you going to make the most of that time?
So I'd also ban Freshers Week.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
if you're going there, if you're there to learn, then fine.
Yeah, be there to learn information, not about yourself.
If your attendance is terrible, or you're not, I can't imagine that Boris Johnson did that well at university. He wasn't a good student. If he hadn't gone, things would be better. So yeah, I'll take that. I'll agree to retract. I agree. I'll put forward that not everyone gets the right to vote.
And I put in not everyone gets a right to further education.
Everyone gets.
Which
saying
like that just sounds quite bad.
Education. It does sound like that, but I think at the moment the world is so fucked that drastic times call for drastic measures, and it's purely intelligence based.
Yeah,
and not cleverness, intelligence. If I was in a car accident and was reduced to type thing.
Yeah, I won't describe what we did.
My vote is still as valid as yours. If someone wheeled me to the booth, I could, in essence, probably, with some help, put a cross on a box.
Yeah.
And that vote counts, even though I am, brain addled.
Decide. It's difficult. It is difficult.
I'll agree to university becoming more fascist on student roles if we agree that puts in not everyone gets the right to vote.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'd already said yes.
No, I just wanted to just lay it out to make sure we all agree. Just I don't know whether I need a gap between. I'm going to go next. My fourth one, just the idea that everybody matters.
Yeah, because
and this isn't even picking on. This isn't about disabilities or anything like that. Because look at Stephen Hawking, he mattered, and he was really fucked.
Chair.
I don't matter.
But he's still got to get lap dances.
But I don't matter. Not in the grand scheme of things.
You're a very small cog. You're still vital.
No, but I'm not. I'm not. If I die tomorrow...
You're like a small cog. It hasn't got any links.
Yeah, there's nothing touching it.
It spins around.
If I die tomorrow, nothing stops or changes.
Nothing's lost.
A couple people might be like, oh, what happened to Jim? But in the grand scheme of things, nothing matters about that. At the moment, we're telling everyone that they are... Everyone's really special. And everyone is very special to someone, hopefully. But in the grand scheme of it, most of us don't matter. And if we stopped pretending or forcing the idea that we do, you probably just everyone will get along a lot better.
A bit less depression.
Well, only because of the suicide.
The expectations will be lower.
Exactly. I think I'm making a coherent point that everyone is told they're special and unique. Oh God, I'm
Ben Shapiro.
I mean, everyone's telling you. I mean, but you are in just say on Facebook and everything is all positive. So it tells you you're special.
Well, Instagram, for example.
Mine doesn't do that. I posted an advert for our fine podcast in my stories.
Yeah.
Beginning of last week.
Yeah.
On show for 2 or 3 days, and
that's one day.
And today I got a little message from Facebook saying your video had one view.
It wasn't even me.
It wasn't even you. But I didn't feel special.
No.
Which also was good.
But also, you don't post stuff very regularly. That's the thing.
No.
So it's never near the top.
But it did make me feel good about it all. So.
So I think what about that? Are we good with? Are you fine with that? Putting on into that. I think just the idea.
I think it fits in with the kind of university stroke democracy as well. So
I get accused.
You could have put it all together, really, but it's.
I variously get accused of being overly woke, or fake woke, or woke to impress women, or various things. But there are people that think I'm too woke, and I don't think that's true.
No, I mean, I've had a conversation with you, and
we
certainly
can't.
Not.
It's okay to just be a bit meh. And if you accept that...
don't need opinions on everything.
Yeah.
Which is why we're doing this new format of showing our opinions on things.
So we're going to put that in?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. That brings us to 5 things in Room 101. And you've still got 2 more and I've got 1. So.
Yeah.
Not Room 101. Obviously, we're just getting rid of things.
Or 1 or 2 or 3, 4, or just 1.
Room something.
Yeah,
room 10123.
I'm gonna.
This episode.
What's the best part of your working week?
Payday.
Yeah.
Is that
which is generally basically so you got working week. We'll say 5 days a week when you have weekends off. You can always get that luxury now. The best part of a working week is when you're not working. It's when you're happiest, and it's the fact that you
What
work.
do you mean?
The best part of when you're at work is not being at work.
The best part of being at work is not being at work.
So like,
you mean you're not doing any work at work?
No, I mean today I'm here
because your boss listens to this.
No, so I'm here now. Not at work today.
But this isn't part of your working week, and you're not at work, are you?
Well, I think
you should no.
You should be switched around.
I'm going to repeat to you what you said.
The best part of when you're at work is not being at work.
The best part of work is not being at work.
Yeah.
You are not at work.
Exactly. So this is the best part. So I've been at work to earn the right to do something.
Yep.
So money. So I've bought some drinks.
That's it, isn't it? You've earned the right to have time off from working by working.
So what we should do instead is reduce the working week.
100%.
So
let's just destroy capitalism.
So kind of you work 2 days a week.
You should work to live,
or
not
say
live
3
to
mornings.
work.
You get a good wage. You don't need to worry about things. You can you can buy a house.
Yeah.
Buy food.
Yeah.
You can buy Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
Ultimate, very good. Please do it. Buy Hooch. Things make me happy. But then it's like, back to work tomorrow. If that was taken away,
but it isn't, is it?
So
if
work
you reduce
less,
the work, but if you work less,
pay more. But you get paid more.
Okay, say
things are free.
Say you go on holiday for a day, and you leave. It's not really gut wrenching to leave. If you go to a really lovely place for a week and then have to go, it's harder to leave. Yeah. So by extending the time off you have more time off, which means you have more time off to regret when you then go back to work.
But you aren't regretting it because you're
going, I just had 4 fucking amazing days. Now I've got to go back to work.
Done so little work because you always know.
You think that I can't wait to go back to work.
When you're younger, you have to work 40 hours a week, maybe 50.
Yeah.
And as every year you gain, you lose a couple of hours of work.
Okay,
you still get paid.
Benjamin Button
so you
capitalism.
So you sort of earn. You get taught the value of your playtime.
So you're saying that if you work more when you're younger, when you are older, you appreciate your time off more,
and will do more with it.
But you're probably not, because you've spent your developing years working all the time, not developing friendships, the ability to have fun and things that you enjoy. What you're creating is that by the time they get to 40, they are reclusive, shattered, broken people who've had to work 50 hours a week for...
I am, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
Can we just do 35-hour weeks over 40? No,
I mean, that saves me too. I don't work.
You work
40
how long
hours.
you want to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not going in.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Go on.
Have you ever bought something in a shop which you like something about it, but when you get it back home and you open it, you taste it, or whatever, you look at it, it loses, especially it's not as good as other things with that, say, we'll say if it's a fruit or a nut or a woman and coconut or coconut milk.
Coconut milk. Not a fan.
No, say Bounty bars, they're glorious.
No, they're not.
There's a new Cadbury's competition. There's a coconutty bar. That's really nice.
Would you ever choose a Bounty?
Yeah. Because you're getting 2, you feel like you're getting more. I
mean,
like if you're being quite boring, you have a nice little coconut curry. Amazing. There's nothing to it, but it's inoffensive. It's tasty. If you want quite a effeminate drink, you can have rum and coconut juice.
Yeah.
Lovely. It's an easy drink. You can drink about 10 glasses and then you're drunk. But coconut milk, it's fucking abhorrent.
I find it goes in because I hate coconuts.
Good.
Coconut is disgusting. There's nothing. Coconut rice is okay. Bounty bars. I don't know whether it's the texture more than the taste.
I once bought like a
Turkish
bottle
delight.
of coconut milk and thought, oh, this would be amazing.
Yeah.
Came out of Sainsbury's, opened it, had a sip. That was disgusting. Just spat it out into the bin. And then I got home, put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Made a little sign saying, everyone wants this, they can have it.
Yeah.
It's there for 3 months.
That was James's anecdote of the week.
It is a good anecdote.
Because no one likes coconut milk to drink.
No, it's
Are
disgusting.
you meant to just drink it? I thought you meant to like have it with things.
It's just sold in the drinking section.
Yeah, yeah, good. My number one, I would like to put in people who claim to have seen films that they haven't.
Yeah, we're going.
But I'd like to also extend it to when those people openly acknowledge they haven't seen masterpieces. Because I found out, and I don't know whether, apparently I knew this already, but I think it was a repressed memory. You've not watched the Batman trilogy.
I'm sure we've gone over this before. It's
the Nolan Dark Knight.
Yeah, the
series.
The podcast grandfathers Adam and Joe. They did a podcast years ago, and they just said that when he does his Batman voice,
Crunchy sugar
Honey
daddy.
Monster
Yummy.
from Sugar Puffs,
I'm Batman.
and it just ruined it.
But you don't even pretend to have seen it like you do with
No, I've tried
film.
to watch it, and it's like
Yeah, but
no,
you've tried
I
to
can't-
watch.
I can't not see the Honey Monster.
You've tried to watch 2001:
So,
A Space Odyssey to the point that at your birthday last year you were given a framed.
No, it wasn't
2001
framed.
Space Odyssey
No,
poster.
it was in a tube.
But you hadn't even seen the film.
I have seen
But
it.
Stacey was like, "This is your favourite film."
I've
You
seen it
didn't
many
on
times.
one of the last episodes that we're trying to recover. You knew nothing about the film.
I've not seen it in a long time.
But it's an iconic film.
I've watched the start or first kind of.
What happens at the end of 2001: A Space
The
Odyssey?
baby in outer space.
In your head, is the film monkeys, man floating in space, robot dying, giant space baby? And you might have seen it then. That's pretty much all it is.
Yeah.
Use this one because I wanted to discuss the fact you've not seen
because
any of the Dark Knight trilogy.
But also, it might be. I do seem to have a dislike of Nolan films. I found Inception just basically pretentious bollocks.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, it's in the cinema.
Yeah.
Watched it after work.
And you found Inception to be bollocks?
Yeah.
Why?
I think half of it as well is because I had just come home from work Friday night, bought a ticket. It was fucking extortionate. So I was raging about that. So I was never going to enjoy it.
You're always raging.
So I just sat in the cinema, kind of annoyed. I'd paid about £12 for a cinema ticket, and I also bought some food. So it worked out all in all about 20 quid. So I was like, yeah, I'm raging. So I wasn't going to enjoy it. I've not watched it since, and there's a lot of his films. I have irrational dislikes for them.
Okay, a lot of his films. So you've irrationally disliked Inception. What other ones do you irrationally dislike? Name another.
Dunkirk.
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 What's wrong with Dunkirk, man?
Watched it in the cinema, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
kind of loved
okay,
it.
so far so good.
And then came out, and then you realised this huge operation was going on. There were 3 Spitfires. There was one for a long time, and it was just gliding around.
But was that not his? That's
They had more.
historically
No.
accurate.
They had more. It was like on the beach. There was meant it's meant to be kind of like thousands and thousands of soldiers.
The film was fantastic.
You didn't see them. So when you watched it, it was like, this is really good. I'm enjoying it.
What's your favourite film? I do forget.
Expendables 3.
I mean, that's our 5 done.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
I think what did we put in from yours?
It's good because I know because I've ticked these down as well, so I know how many I've done this time.
Which ones of yours did we put in? For me,
I think Jigsaw's went in.
Yeah.
Do we think Goldfish went in?
Did Goldfish go in?
Well, I think we actually decided because we went off in some huge detour.
For me,
Coconuts went in.
ITV
went in as well.
ITV went in.
So I don't think Goldfish did.
I don't think I would have put Goldfish in.
No.
Because it's a stupid way to teach people about death. And we got trans allegories, democracy, and the idea that everyone matters from me. So that's all good. I think we'll wrap that then.
Yeah.
So we'll wrap up now then. Thank you for listening to this episode of This Again. Oh, we didn't do big questions.
Do it now then.
We'll throw it out to James to give some. We'll throw it out to
Have we
the
had
listeners.
any Dutch get in touch as well?
It's funny you say that. No, but someone did complain about the jingle.
Would you like a schmuck and a pancake?
It was overly long and annoying.
I thought it was perfect.
Thank you very much. This jingle. Just some questions to take away. James, do you think which simple yes or no? Quick fire before we go. The Chinese government is an enemy of freedom and should be opposed by all means necessary. Quick fire.
No.
Abortion should be legal due to the fact that unwanted children usually have bad childhoods and are prone to criminality and homelessness, and thus a burden on society.
I was going to say yes.
Pineapple on pizza is fine.
Yeah.
Complete legalisation of drugs. As long as you aren't harming anyone while you're doing them, it's not the government's business to decide what you can and can't put in your body.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. If you have any more questions for James, do get in touch. Links are all in.
And if
bio.
you're Dutch, you get more questions to ask. You can ask 6 questions.
Yeah, we'll allow 6 questions for a Dutchman or Dutch woman. Obviously, email us at jnjthecud@outlook.com, and we'll see you next week. We won't. There's no camera.
No, but we'll send you a photo.
Yeah. Bye.
That was Jim and James Chew the Cud. What a lot of your time we have wasted. A Kerson Media production. Produced by Glenn Lopez. Music by Hilary Mice.
I quite enjoyed it.